This is the PMP and the Snap. Sneak in a quick lesson into your busy schedule so you can pass that exam. Let's snap in. Hey there, project people. You're tuned into PMP and the Snap, where we take project management from textbook dry to talk show fly, one process at a time. I'm your host, Kaye B, and today we're diving into one of the most satisfying parts of project planning, sequence activities. Yep, it's the step where we go full-on puzzle master and figure out the order of all those tasks you lovingly defined in the last step. But before we start pulling activities into their proper place, let's zoom out and do a quick refresher on where we are in the project schedule management process group. Project schedule management, or time management if you're feeling a little retro, is all about making sure things get done on time, which, let's be honest, it's easier said than done. The PMBOK breaks it down into 6 processes. 1. Plan schedule management. This is where we build the game plan. 2. Define activities, where we list all the work that needs to be done. 3. Sequence activities. This is where we figure out what needs to happen first, next, and last. 4. Estimate activity durations, where we guess smartly how long things will take. 5. Develop schedule, where we turn the puzzle into a timeline. 6. Control schedule. This is where we keep the schedule from going off the rails. So today, we're zeroing in on sequence activities, which is the process of taking our lovely list of tasks and organize them like a well-crafted playlist. No skipped beats, no awkward transitions. So what is sequence activities? Alright, picture this. You're assembling IKEA furniture. You wouldn't put the cabinet doors on before assembling the frame, right? Sequence activities is the project management version of that logic. In this process, you'll determine the logical relationship between tasks. You'll ask questions like, what needs to happen before something else can start? Or, what can be done at the same time? Or, what's dependent on what? This step lays the groundwork for all real-deal project schedules. To make sure that you're sequencing with strategy, not just by vibes, you'll need these key inputs. Schedule management plan. It tells you how dependencies should be handled. Activity list, your list of all things that need to get done. Activity attributes. This is info about each task, like who's doing it, durations, or constraints. Milestone list, your project's key events and deadlines. Project scope statement provides the context of how detailed your sequencing needs to be. Enterprise environmental factors, think tools, systems, or even your organization's culture. And then organizational process assets, past project files, standard practices, and templates that might help. Once you got your materials, it's time to build the sequence. Here are the tools and techniques. Precedence diagramming method, the bread and butter of this process. It's visual representation of the order of activities. It includes 4 types of logical relationships. Finish to start. This is the classic. A task A must finish before task B starts. Start to finish, which is the tasks start together. Finish to finish, tasks must finish at the same time. And then start to finish. This is rare, but task A must start before task B starts. The next tools and techniques is dependency determination and integration. This is where you figure out if dependencies are mandatory, that means it can't be changed because of legal or physical constraints, for example. Discretionary. This is preferred sequences, often based on best practices. External, outside the project's team control, or if it's internal, within the team's control. The other tool is leads and lags, fancy talk for adjusting timing. So a lead is starting a task early, and a lag is adding a delay between tasks. And finally, project management information systems, software that can help track and visualize dependencies. Think of scheduling tools like MS Project or Asana. After all the sequencing magic, you're rewarded with the following outputs: project schedule networking diagrams, It's a flowchart style visual of activity relationships. This is your project's roadmap. And then updates to project documents, specifically activity list, activity attributes, assumption logs, and milestone list. These outputs set the stage for the next processes like estimating duration and developing the actual project schedule. So, why do sequence activities matter? So let's be real. Projects don't fail because a task weren't on the list. They fail because the order was all wrong. If you don't get the dependencies right, you'll run into delays, resource clashes, and missed milestones. Sequencing activities gives your project rhythm, structure, and dare I say swagger? So here's a recap. Sequence activities helps you figure out the order of all the tasks you identified in the defined activities. Inputs include your activity list, milestone list, and scope statement. Use tools like precedence diagrams, dependency analysis, and your project management information systems. Outputs include your network diagram and updates to your documents. And if you do it right and your project flows like a Netflix binge, you never have to wonder what comes next. And just like that, you sequence your way through another PMBOK process with me, Kaye B, here on PMP and a Snap. If today's episode helps untangle the logic spaghetti of task dependencies, do me a favor. Hit subscribe, leave a review, or share this with your project crew. Until next time, keep calm, sequence on, and never put the cabinet doors on first. Talk soon. There's a new PMBOK coming out this year, and that means the exam will change. Take the PMP exam before you have to learn all new content. Go to pmnotebooks.com to save time and money with a course that respects your schedule and delivers results.